Demand increased 1,200% for the Pro-Am because of Clark, one of the most popular figures in the sports world.
This isn't a hypothetical scenario. This is a reality unfolding right now around Caitlin Clark, the basketball phenom who just made a move that has the entire sports world holding its breath, and the WNBA leadership reportedly in a state of pure panic. If you think you know the whole story, think again. What's happening behind the scenes is a drama of betrayal, multi-billion-dollar consequences, and a stunning escape to freedom. Stick around because the details will shock you.
Participating in the Pro-Am along Nelly Korda and Annika Sorenstam, two of the best in the game, Clark said in a statement. I'm honored to be an ambassador for a company in Gainbridge that is so committed to elevating women's sports. I can't wait to return to Tampa in November to play in the Pro-Am with the best women golfers in the world.
The story begins not on the basketball court, but on the pristine fairways of a prestigious golf tournament in Florida. The Annika Invitational, a cornerstone event on the LPGA calendar, suddenly found its name in headlines across the globe, and it had nothing to do with a veteran golfer. It was because a rookie basketball player, Caitlin Clark, was added to the Pro-Am roster. The announcement hit like a lightning strike. Instantly, demand for the event skyrocketed by an almost unbelievable 1,200%. Fans scrambled for tickets, with some reports suggesting prices could reach 10 times higher than those for the WNBA Finals. But amidst this explosion of excitement in the golf world, a deafening silence came from the headquarters of the WNBA. If you scour their official social media channels, you'll find absolutely nothing mentioning Clark's high-profile participation on this billion-dollar stage.
Consensus for the entire WNBA. The WNBA posted nothing. Posted zero about Caitlin Clark golfing in this Pro-Am event. If you look at the LPGA Twitter account, it is filled with Caitlin Clark things. Photos of her, a whole video of the fans cheering her, signing things, taking photos, their players hanging out with Caitlin, and obviously they're showing their...
Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. To understand why this silence is so significant, we have to rewind to Caitlin Clark's arrival in the WNBA. Heralded as a savior of women's basketball, she was expected to be the league's golden goose, a player whose unprecedented shooting range and court vision would translate into sold-out arenas and record-breaking TV deals. And in many ways, she delivered immediately. But from a very first tip-off of her professional career, a darkened narrative began to unfold, one marked by intense physical and verbal targeting. Clark wasn't just facing tough competition. She was navigating what many observers described as excessive and intentional aggression, hard fouls away from play, hip check screens, constant grabbing and shoving, often far from the ball, with little strategic purpose beyond sending a message. This went beyond typical rookie treatment. It felt systemic to some. High-profile moments, like the widely discussed cheap shot from Chendi Carter that went viral, became symbolic of her rookie experience. Fans and sports analysts across the nation voiced their frustration, questioning why the league's officiating crew, and by extension, Commissioner Kathy Engelbert's office, seemed so hesitant to consistently enforce the rules and protect their most marketable player.
The LPGA understand what's great for business. Not what's good for business, what's great. It'd be nice if the WNBA could get with the program. It'd be nice if you didn't allow your greatest asset to get beat up and hacked and fouled 94 feet and be targeted since day one of stepping into the league. It'd be nice. It'd be smart. You'd be better off. But you guys are going to do what you want to do.
They saw a historic opportunity. The Pro-Am she participated in wasn't even originally scheduled for television. It was considered a side event. But the LPGA leadership paid attention to the overwhelming fan demand, emails pouring in, social media buzzing, and constant questions about how to watch or attend. They recognized this wasn't noise. It was a moment, and they acted fast. They secured a television deal, essentially creating a new broadcast opportunity from scratch, just to showcase Clark's participation. In contrast, the LPGA executed in one day what many believe the WNBA failed to do all season. Fans were eager. They wanted access. They wanted coverage, and the LPGA delivered. What started as a low-profile Pro-Am quickly became a must-watch event.
Groups had a handful, sometimes a dozen followers. Clark had thousands. She played the front nine, with the world #1 Nelly Korda in back nine with golf icon Annika Sorenstam, the event's host. It was an honor to play the Pro-Am with Caitlin last year. The crowds were amazing, and we are excited for her to return to the Annika in November. Annika said she
understood a key principle. Every new set of eyes she brings is an opportunity. Even if only a fraction become long-term fans, that's still growth. That's still a win. They treated the moment with urgency because opportunities like this don't come often. And in return, Clark delivered exactly what they anticipated, a global audience and a level of mainstream attention the sport rarely sees. The LPGA recognized the value immediately. Whether it was 1,000 new viewers or 10,000, they understood the potential impact, and they capitalized on it.
LPGA just did everything that the WNBA should have been doing this season. They did it all correct in literally one day. So I talked about it in a previous video how this Pro-Am event originally wasn't even going to be televised, but there were so many fans who were emailing the organization saying, how can we watch Caitlin? Can we come to the event? Can you live stream it? All of these things. And it ended up being put on television. And that was great. Fans were really excited about that.
Potentially involving major golf equipment brands, apparel companies, or even interest from other sports leagues, could reach into the hundreds of millions. Some projections even place a long-term earning potential near the billion-dollar mark when factoring in equity stakes and ownership opportunities. These aren't just sponsorships. They are potential escape routes from the traditional limits of a single league career. They point toward a future where Caitlin Clark isn't just a women's basketball star, but a global sports icon whose influence transcends any one league, including the WNBA. For the WNBA, a league that has spent decades fighting for financial stability, this represents a worst-case scenario.
They understand what that could do for their sport. They understand that, let's say 1,000 new eyeballs, 10,000 new eyeballs show up. If only they could get a fraction of those new eyeballs to become fans, they understand that's a win. They understand that that's a bonus. They understand that's not the opportunity that comes across them every single day. So they need to capitalize on this moment. We also had the speaking engagement that Caitlin Clark took part in last season. I'm assuming we're going to run it all back. We're going to have the speaking engagement, the panel with Clark, Sorenstam,
far below her true market value, to the constraints of being defined by a single sport. Stepping onto that sunlit golf course in Florida wasn't just a casual appearance. It was symbolic, a declaration that her brand, talent, and cultural impact extend far beyond the basketball court. In the eyes of many, she has already outgrown the limitations placed around her, not just financially, but structurally. A league that some argue underpaid her under an outdated system, where certain voices questioned her spotlight, and where protection on the court became a recurring concern, now finds itself watching from the sidelines as she gains global recognition beyond its control. This moment isn't an ending. It's the beginning of something much bigger. This isn't just a moment. It's a gateway. The question is no longer what the WNBA can do for Caitlin Clark, but what the WNBA can offer someone who has already proven she can thrive far beyond it. This is about legacy. A legacy built on her own terms, unrestricted, independent, and global. And it's a case study in self-determination that will be analyzed for years to come. Now we arrive at the ultimate question. A question the WNBA front office is likely wrestling with behind closed doors, a dilemma that strikes at the core of its future. After experiencing the level of respect, visibility, and celebration offered by the LPGA, after seeing the massive financial opportunities beyond basketball, a decision now rests squarely on Caitlin Clark's shoulders. Should she even go back? This is no longer just about fulfilling a rookie contract. It's a deeper question of value, self-worth, and vision. Should she return to a league that, at times, seemed to treat her historic impact as a challenge rather than an opportunity? Or should she fully embrace a path that could lead to a billion-dollar global brand, complete with ownership stakes, groundbreaking endorsements, and the freedom to become a true multisport icon? The choice she makes won't just define her career. It will define how this era of sports is remembered. If she walks away, or even reduces her commitment, it could go down as one of the most significant missed opportunities in professional sports history. A league failing to capitalize on its defining moment. A Michael Jordan moment. Lost. But if she returns, it will be different. It will be on her terms. with a level of leverage no female athlete has ever held before, forcing changes in marketing, officiating, revenue sharing, and player protection. For the first time, she isn't chasing a platform. She is evaluating one. This is bigger than basketball. It's about the power of an individual brand in the modern era. It's about whether greatness is defined inside a single league or across the global stage of culture, business, and influence. The fairways of the LPGA offered her a glimpse of something different, a world where she is a main event, unquestioned, uninterrupted. Now the decision isn't just where she plays. It's what story she wants to tell. A legendary WNBA career, or the rise of the first true female sports empire that transcends the game itself. The ball is in her court, and her next move will echo for generations. What do you think she should do? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories shaping the sports world.